In this video, we are going to create a dashboard, talk about dashboard ownership model, add blocks to a dashboard, and cover some of the dashboarding features. To start, let's take a look at a live dashboard. Each dashboard in Losant consists of one to many blocks. Each block is meant to help you visualize different pieces of information. While logged into Losant, all of the blocks on the dashboard can be dragged and dropped and resized pretty easily. Before we create a dashboard, we need some data. To generate data, we can use the data simulator we discussed in course 3. If you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend it. If not, you won't have any data to visualize. Now, at this time, you should turn on your device simulator to begin generating some random data. Once you have some data flowing in, we can create a dashboard. To create your dashboard, head to the top navigation and select Create Dashboard. You can give it a name, a description, and select an owner. The name and description can be whatever you like. However, selecting the proper owner is very important, mainly because it controls which applications and data your dashboard will have access to. So, if you want to visualize from an application that is owned by a specific organization, you must select that organization here. Or, if you are working out of your Sandbox account, you can choose that as well. Once you create a new dashboard, you will be sent to the Add Block page. In future chapters of the course, we're going to dive deeper into some of the blocks. For now, let's add a time series block to our dashboard. With a time series block, we can view the attributes of a device or multiple devices over a specific time. Each block has its own configuration. In this case, here are your options for the time series block. We can select an application. Remember, you want to choose the application that owns the devices you would like to visualize here. Depending on the block, you can have it display a live stream of data or display historical data. For this block, I'll select historical data to display. Moving down, you have the option to configure the time range and resolution of your block. The time range is the range of time this block will display. The 1 point every option is your graph's resolution. Resolution is how often a data point will be displayed in the graph. For example, if your resolution is 1 minute, each data point of the graph will represent 1 minute's worth of data. If your device is reporting more often than your resolution, the data point will represent an aggregated value. For example, the most common aggregation is to average the data points together. Lastly, and on to the most essential part of this block, is the configuration. And the configuration is meant to tell the block precisely which data to show. Let's select the device and attribute to display. Since we've been simulating data for a short time, we can adjust the time range and resolution to see a better graph of our data. From here, we can change labels and other graph settings. It's very customizable to your liking. Once you're done configuring, we can add the block. And just like that, you now have your first dashboard. For style, we can give this dashboard a nice header, which is just its own type of block. If you hover your mouse to the top right of the block, we can see the block's options. To the far right, we can easily change the duration and resolution of the block this data is showing. In the settings, we can make this block go full screen, grab the embed code so we can use this block on other web pages, change the setting of the block, or remove it. While editing the block, you also can clone it. This is super helpful so you don't have to keep configuring the same type of blocks over and over again. Let's head back to your dashboard and talk about some other things you can configure. To the top right of the dashboard, you can hop back and forth between different time ranges or even go back to a certain time. You can pause or even refresh the dashboard. You can also dive deeper into more dashboarding options. Here, you can add a block, change your dashboard theme, or make the dashboard go full screen. We can also set a dashboard context. Dashboard context gives us the ability to set up a common dashboard that can display data specific to any device or attribute. Dashboard context is a very powerful dashboarding feature that's covered more in depth in a later chapter. If you select Edit Settings, we can take a look at the settings of the dashboard itself. Here, we can change the name, description, and refresh rate of the dashboard. Next, we can configure the access control of the dashboard. Dashboards has 3 layers of access control: public, private, and password protected. Setting the access control to public means that anyone with a link to this dashboard will be able to access it. Setting it to private means only you and other members of your LOSANT organization can see this dashboard. And password protected, which will make the dashboard public but require a password. If your dashboard is password protected, you'll see a login screen that looks like this before someone can access your dashboard. Next, in the dashboard settings within the Dashboard Owner tab, we can transfer this dashboard to another organization. Earlier, we saw how we could embed just a dashboard block. However, if you want to embed the entire dashboard, we can go to the Embed Dashboard tab. Here, we can get the custom embed code to copy-paste into your website. Lastly, we have email reports. After you spend time crafting up the perfect dashboard, instead of logging into LOSANT each time, you can create an email report with a PDF attached of the dashboard based on an interval you specify here. Okay, that's all for your dashboard overview. In the next upcoming videos, we'll be going deeper into the dashboarding blocks and other dashboard features. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.